All right, but speaking of all this weed, you sinner, you Taco Bell is now how much more expensive from 2014? What world do we live in?
81%, Ken. Taco Bell is 81% more expensive than it was if you went at 2 a.m. on June 23rd of 2014 after you had maybe imbibed some of the devil's lettuce and had just seen like Prometheus at midnight on the premiere.
And got a safe ride to the Taco Bell.
Absolutely. Yeah, you Ubered your way there the whole time. Yeah, for sure.
I'm on to you, Steve.
Now, drive sober, folks.
And Tully's right. I'm Donnie for NYC mayor. Yes, that's also a good choice as well. So what what I like about this, I don't like the story, but what I like about this is it puts a bit of a number to the truth that we all feel, and in a world in which, the federal minimum wage is still tragically low, now I have even more fuel when talking to folks who will listen to me, because a lot of folks just won't listen to me on that side, and maybe we don't listen to them is what they think too. But when they're I could be like, hey, like, I can't even with a minimum wage job, I couldn't afford to get Taco Bell to survive. It's out of reach for all of us. What are you doing here? What are we doing? This is late stage dying capitalism. Taco Bell is 81% more expensive than it was 10 years ago.
It was $26 for my wife and I to get 2 meals at Taco Bell the other day. Just 6 tacos in total with
Steve,
a Baja Blast, man. It was $26, Ken.
That doesn't make me feel good because you've got $26 for a family of 3 to get a dinner, and I recently went to Del Taco and spent $26 on myself. You all think I'm
the baby eats
joking, but I don't know if it's slightly just more expensive out here. I haven't tracked Del Taco, but all to say, jokes aside, like yeah, we've all felt it. We all know this,
yeah,
and it's part of the ongoing conversation. When I get depressed and I swing through a McDonald's drive-through for a number 7 large with a water, because I do get the water, it helps it all go down faster.
Like, does it make you feel better?
Yeah, it does.
It's not as bad as a Diet Coke. Yeah.
Well, the Diet Coke is an activator. You know what I mean? And
right.
I can't have the food and the Diet Coke. It's like a science experiment gone wrong in my stomach. So Beaker will run around. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's $16.
Yeah. Right. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And then you feel even worse about yourself because you just spent $16 to make yourself feel like shit in an hour.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah, Demolition Man's future isn't true. No dinner and dancing at Taco Bell, but it's getting to that point. Tully says, never in my life would I have thought a burrito at Taco Bell would end up over $10. And it is the income inequality at its finest. Like you could work at Taco Bell and not afford to buy Taco Bell. What world are you leaving us behind, boomers?
A 5-layer burrito, Ken, has gone up 132%. Since 2014 for just a 5-layer burrito. That was like a cheap thing. It was $159. Now it costs $369. So yeah. Taco Bell isn't even the worst offender on this list. We talked a little bit about this. Right. McDonald's is the worst. They're at 100%. So the dollar menu done and dead and toasted. There's nothing left. Right. No. A McChicken is $3 now. A McDouble is $3.19. Used to be $1. And a quarter pounder. Ken, a quarter pounder meal, $11.99.
Yeah, no, right,
dude.
Right.
Go to Chili's. Just go to Chili's.
That's
like,
what it is.
It's the same thing.
Because you were talking about the Panera prices.
Yes, Panera. Sorry, 54% total since 2014. They're up.
Right.
A bread bowl, Ken. A bread bowl in 2014. So this is like a few years after college. For me, I would have gone to Panera all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
For me, 2014 was a few years after college. We go to Panera all the time, get a bread bowl, get salad, blah, blah, blah. It was like a cheap lunch. $4.99 for a bread bowl in 2014. That's even after I was gone from college. $9.19 for a bread bowl in 2025. Right. $9.19 for a bread bowl. Just yeast, water, dough, and then you throw soup in it when you're done.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. And again, this isn't like my dad complaining about when I was a kid, it cost 25 cents for 5 tickets to Disneyland, and now it's $200. It's like, yeah, you also you bought your first house for the price of my probably iPhone. Like yes, that's how it works. But now we are so clearly unable to afford life.
because as you mentioned, Ken, I remember having a conversation with my dad, staunch conservative, when I was in high school. This is 20 years ago almost. Why the minimum wage, Dad, should be higher than $7.25. That's ridiculous. People can't live off of $7.25. Yeah. Hey, Ken, the minimum wage isn't any fucking different than it was 20 years ago.
No different. my radio career,
McDonald's is 100% more expensive.
Yeah. My radio career began in 1995 professionally. I made $5 an hour. Okay, I moved to LA in 1998. My uncle was like, "Come work security. We'll get you $7.25." And then we'll go to $7.50 3 months in. So I was like, that's great, because I was making about $6 at a movie theater. That was 1998, Steve. Now, I know the base level for those guards at my old department is now like $12. Woohoo! $12.
I remember my first job where I got double digits per hour. That first $10 an hour job, I was like, holy shit, I can buy so much stuff now.
So much stuff. I want to shout out Jonas Berggren here, one of the longtime listeners around these parts. Your food prices are scaring me. I'm coming over in September, going to go broke. Look, Jonas, it looks like you're trying to settle in doing some work up in Seattle. I saw in the Discord. If you get down here, Jonas, me and Brian Tiller will take you out. We'll get you some Del Taco. Again, I know you had a bad experience at Del Taco at Star Wars Celebration Anaheim, but we got you covered if you get down here. Also, Jonas has done some drumming for the Moon Agers, and I don't even think Jonas knows, but we got a new tune cooked up that we need your drumming for, buddy. It's good. It's good. It's coming your way. All right. So Taco Bell, they've turned their back on us.